What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for some more Escape from Tarkov. So you guys have asked for this for a very long time, and I'll finally deliver some PvP breakdowns. These are some post commentaries. I'm looking back at moments in the live stream. I'm going to talk about my decisions that I made during these fights that might help new players make better decisions in PvP. Before we start the breakdown, an obvious disclaimer here: I do not claim in any way, shape, or form that I am the best Tarkov player out there in PvP. I just like having fun and thinking creatively about how to go about actually encountering and fighting other players. Now, the general rule of thumb that helped me become a better player in Escape from Tarkov by far is taking ownership over my mistakes and the deaths that I make, analyzing them and understanding what I could do differently in order to survive that situation. And every single time that you do that, after every death you make, you're going to make a mental note on, oh shit, I should check this corner or this line of sight or this ambush position, or I need to be a little bit more slow with my movements, or this is a good high ground position, or this is where players like to camp. I should bring grenades because of exit campers. Things like that. Like, you'll start to learn and build up your knowledge about the game, and then slowly over time you'll just react and you won't even have to think about it, and you're going to start honing your skills and become a more dangerous player because you're taking those deaths and you're using them to make you stronger. If you are the type of player that is unable to take ownership and always pushes blame on either your squad mates or the game or some other third-party factor that isn't you, then you're already doing something wrong and you're preventing yourself from becoming a better player. So you need to cut that habit out and always put the blame on you. And I'm already predicting there's going to be a lot of people in the comments, but the netcode sucks, the game sucks. Like, okay, then don't play, or learn to play around the netcode, or be more aggressive, or create strategies or protocols that you can apply whenever the game is working against you. So with all that being said, I think I've covered most of my bases here. Let's dive in and let's take a look on our first fight on customs. I am rocking Gen 4 Class 5 Assault Body Armor with an LZSH helmet with the ballistic face mask. That face mask is going to protect me from all rounds that have 24 pen or less. It's not with a 100% chance, but it's going to save my ass from lower pen rounds. So right off the bat, I hear some suppressed shots. I crank up my headset a little bit. That means we got some geared players, most likely, suppressed rifles. Might have some dude here. Yeah, some dude probably near the bus station is what I'm thinking. So I'm automatically going to start moving my way towards that position, keeping my eyes though on the spawn points because it's very early in the game. Pushing my way up here to the red tin, looking over to the trains real quick. And I want to be careful because down here there's a way that somebody can run in on the right hand side. There's a hole in the wall, and some people like to sit on top of the dumpster. So I'm scoping in because those shots hit some metal. So I'm thinking like a vehicle or a C-can or even the red tin building to my left. So these guys might want to move in through some of these passageways. And when you're coming up to a pretty dangerous corner here, want to take it slow, double check all the corners because people like to sit under the chair. Just drop the oh boy because I feel like it's going to be happening in the wood spawn or the bus station now, which is a really dangerous area. Moving through, no longer going to be running. Want to scan and check my corners here. And boom, we just spotted some players and they're looting a dead corpse. And this is perfect. You're going to be able to get a nice, clean ambush if you don't mess it up. So what I could have done is just panic and started spraying the target. But I take a side step to see if I can get a perfect angle on the head, and I got it. 6B47 versus M995 ammo. It's not going to stand a chance. I see the second player and immediately try to take some pot shots. Now it's on. He knows that I'm in position. I know where he is. The good thing is I'm using a suppressor and I'm not using tracers. So I still have the element of surprise on my side. Now the other player is sitting behind the bus, and whenever somebody's sitting behind a vehicle, you can try to take pot shots at their feet. If you can blacken their legs, it's going to be huge. He goes for a cheeky peek because he still doesn't know where I am. Get a good angle on the shoes. I'm taking some shots just to see if I can get a little bit of leg damage in there. And that's when this player decides to make a mad rush behind the vehicles to the left. I go for the reload. I know he's going to try to reposition, so it's my time to act. So this is where I actually make a mistake. I start moving out into the middle of the road to see if I can get an angle, because I thought he was pushing behind the vehicles to get a flank, but he actually moved to the dumpsters in front to get a better position, and I'm caught out in the open. So a lot just happened in a few seconds, so let's break it down. I immediately get caught out of position. The shots fire. I go prone so I can get that player's aim off of my head. I spot the target, use my laser to line up and start firing away. I'm also using my IFAK to heal my already damaged limbs at the same time. That currently works as a patch 0.9. Everybody can do it, including using your morphine. So you want to make sure that you're proactively healing while also in the fight. What's important there was not only did I get lucky because he was going for center mass chest shots with my class 5 armor, lucky. But I also kept my cool. I absolutely did not panic, and I trusted my accuracy with my AMPEQ laser to get the job done. What's also important is I tried to go for headshots, because obviously if you can land a single shot to the face, your opponent is going to be dead instantly. Rather than trying to chew through a fort armor. Even with M995, it's going to take me enough time to the point where he's going to get a headshot on me first, you know? It's also important to note that his face shield, although it would not have mattered in this situation because M995 goes through class 3 armor, was actually up. So I assume that in a previous encounter here at the bus, he was probably damaged or something happened to the face shield that caused it to be up. Like I said, with the ammunition we're using, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. And remember, you can easily be distracted by reading your chat whenever you're trying to get out of the raid, but always keep your eyes on the screen and expect somebody to be camping the extractions. Alright, let's switch it up and do a factory raid. In this factory, we are using an AS-FAL, which is easily my favorite gun this patch, and honestly, probably the best factory gun. 900 rounds per minute, amazing at penetrating and killing armor, and also damaging your opponents. It's just overall just an amazing weapon. It is a little bit expensive to run, but I promise you, you'll most likely make more money than you spend on the ammunition with this weapon. Right out the gate, I'm pushing really aggressive out the spawn. I know somebody spawns at barrels to my left. I see what I think is a player. Turns out to be a scavenger, so it's a little bit weird. Not getting shot at yet, so I'm pushing aggressively into what I call start stare. Because we didn't run into anybody, I want to be really quick off the spawn, and I'm going to push into the shower room and see if we can catch anybody getting into the stairwell. Another scavenger. I'm also hearing some gunshots coming from the machinery room spawn. So I want to make sure that I'm geared up and ready to go, because what's most likely happening is everybody rushes the machinery room. It's unfortunately just a byproduct. I say god damn it because I know what's happening. Everybody is in that room and they're just killing each other, and I want a piece of the action. So I want to be aggressive, but every single time I go around a corner, you see me stop and put my laser right on that corner, because if anybody is there, I'm ready to shoot if they decide to peek. Always push down this hallway. I position myself behind the boxes. Get ready to shoot. I hear the footsteps, so I know someone's on my right. This is where I'm going to try to get a little cheeky with the flashbang, because if he's camping the machine on the right-hand side, boom, flash is going to work. I come out really aggressive, check my corner. Boom. Laser is already at head height, ready to go. Barely any recoil on the AS-FAL. Double check my corner, close the door. A lot of dead bodies, so we're probably good to loot. But I'm always here. I'm always listening whenever I'm looting a body, just in case I hear some extra footsteps that are going to charge me down. Now, if you have the flashbangs unlocked, trust me, bring 4 with you every single time you go into a factory raid, if you can afford it. Make sure that you're throwing flashbangs whenever you're going into double breach or going around corners if you know that somebody's there. A good flashbang can make or break your experience. You can kill fully geared players that are completely flashed if you have even some of the lower tier weapons. So flashbangs, complete game changer for the factory. They've saved my life more times than I can count. This next match is going to show you why flashbangs can be key. Dude is already prone in position. I get late in a raid. The helmet saved my life. Flashbang is out. I get flashed. I try not to panic too bad. I throw a flashbang at my feet. right here, because I know he's going to be coming after me. I can kind of see he is now completely flashed. I'm trying to run away. I turn around, flash number 3 goes out, and I can know the position that I'm in now. I feel relatively safe because I know this guy's blind. Now I get a little bit aggressive because I feel like he's not going to be expecting that. But that was kind of a low-key mistake. If that guy would have actually went for headshots, I probably would have died. But because he went for the chest shots, I had more than enough time to get that laser head height and finish the job. He did a fantastic job, I think, with the flashbangs. If I didn't have counter flashbangs, I would have died there because he would have been able to aggressively push me when I wasn't able to see and clean up the kill, no problem. So the flashbangs and the helmet saved my life. If people ever wanted it as like a proof that the helmets actually do something, here you are. I don't know. All right, we're switching gears. We're heading into Shoreline now. Still got the AS-FAL. I got a PSO optic because Shoreline's a bit more of an open map. I got an LS321 laser, which I'm basically using as my red dot. I don't have one canted. I dropped the oh shit because I clearly hear somebody in the building. So I know that they could be in one of these rooms, so before checking level 2, which is most likely where they're going to be, I want to jump up to level 3, and there's a hole in the ground that some players like to sit right here. I'm going to throw a nice little flash down there to kind of spook them a little bit. I stop and I see if I can hear some panic footsteps. Don't really hear much. So now it's time to check my corners as best as I can. Check the open doors, behind the beds, on the balcony, in the room. Always like being the aggressor, even though you think it's dangerous. It puts you in control of the situation, even if somebody is camping a corner. I'm actually sending out some voice commands now to see if I get anything back. Some people like to do that to banter. Moving down the hallway, I see that that room is locked. This one is open. He's got to be in there. Flashbang out. I hear the panic. He starts shooting. He has no clue. Completely flashed. I pop a reload here. Close the door. He comes in. I spray. And this is where I reload. Really risky, but I needed it. Because I wasn't too sure if there was enough rounds in the magazine to kill him. Because I did the cheeky spray at the door to kind of suppress him a little bit. The helmet, yet again, saves my life. And the flashbang made this so much easier. So utilizing your equipment can really help you take out players that otherwise would have advantages over you. So switching back over to Shoreline, we got a Remington SAS with a suppressor, short barrel, AMPEQ laser on the top, an Alcan 1X4X optic, and the worst thing that can happen to you, completely random, and you get ambushed. Flashbang out of nowhere, the gunshots start flying. So I immediately start running down the hill. I can kind of look to see the sky. So I'm kind of moving around. I'm seeing if I spot any movement. I do. I spot them for a quick second, suppress, throw a flashbang of my own. And I keep on chucking them in the general area of where that player is. I'm still flashed, but I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm circling around where the opponent is. I spot him one last time, throw one more flashbang in the area, and start becoming the aggressor. Turn the tables, push in, I'm looking around. He's actually laying prone. I drop prone. Boom, boom, boom. In the face. No problem. That was a great flash. So it's completely turned the tables there from being flashed and on the defensive to being the aggressor and landing 3 consecutive flashbangs on target. That person came into my chat after and said he was absolutely blind. He was just spraying in a defensive stance. He actually didn't quite know where I was. So yeah, that was very sketchy, but again, kept cool, didn't panic, and used that equipment to my advantage. Well, if this video doesn't convince you to start using flashbangs and face masks, I don't know what will, but this is the first time I've ever done a video like this, and this was, again, out of high demand. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Be sure to check out the daily live streams every single morning starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and Sundays at noon. And if you want more PvP breakdowns, let me know in the comment section, or let me know what I can do better in these videos to give you guys a better idea of what I'm going through in this thought process. Thanks again. I'll see you guys next time.